Hello, our DAYnamics community. It's your host, Mariana, here to welcome you to the DAYnamics Show, where personal development and wellness meets real life. We know there's no one-size-fits-all path. Your unique journey is your greatest gift, so let's uncover the reason you are here and explore what is possible together. Today, our discussion recording will be about exploring the subject of our guest that we have on with us today. So, our guest, I will introduce her, but then I'll ask her to introduce herself as well. Dr. Suzanne, first of all, thank you for being with us, Dr. Suzanne.
Thanks for having me.
Doctor of chiropractic, over 35 years. That's the start. Created Butterfly Journeys. She does a bunch of healing modalities about transformation and supporting a multi-modality support that can support so many different aspects of ourselves. And we'll go over some of her services as well. But Dr. Suzanne, first of all, again, thank you for being here with us. We really appreciate you.
Oh, thanks again for having me, Mariana.
What do you feel you want to share with our audience on your services? Maybe why you do them, and what made you go into this healing and well-being practice?
I love to look at a deeper level of ourselves. And I had a beautiful experience with many years, over 35 years of practicing chiropractic. And I realized that I really wanted to get into deeper healing aspects of oneself. So I started practicing shamanism, and that led me to many other various modalities. And another one that I really like too is quantum biofeedback, which I can get into more details. Also became a Reiki master. I do a cold laser to help to heal on all different levels of a person, mentally, physically, spiritually, and emotionally.
Awesome. All like so much in one.
Yes. One stop.
Yeah, one-stop shop.
That's what I've heard patients say, wow, one-stop shopping.
Yes.
For all of the above, alternatives.
Yes, and thank you for that, and thank you for being part of this, because we want 2026 to be about the overall well-being of our souls, our evolution, all of our dynamics that we cover and more. Can't really look at one without sort of having it affect and or look at the other parts that it's addressing as well.
Mhm.
You know, like the physical health.
Mhm.
So what causes a physical health? Like, well, it might be something from a mind dynamic, or it might be something in a relationship dynamic, or it might be something from any of the dynamics that we have. So the same thing for you with your well-being health practice. Website, just while I remember, butterflyjourneyshealth.com. And we'll also put that in the show notes for you as well, because that'll give into a real detailed description of what Dr. Suzanne has shared so far about it. Now, the services listed on your website, I want to get into the why. So why, and by the way, everyone, we're just doing this recording in a different location. So if you hear different sounds, that's the reason why. And that's what part of 2026 will be about as well. Just going to be with different people. Some will be video, some will be audio. And so we can get the information across in the easiest and best way that we know how. I am so interested in it because I've had this session done with you before. The life system quantum biofeedback. That is fascinating.
Yeah.
That's fascinating. So why would you choose that? with everything else that you've done, but why that?
My experience with the life system, quantum biofeedback, was amazing. And what it looks at is it's all about frequencies, and it reads the body, the frequency of your body. So there's 7,000 items that it can look at to see what the frequency is of that. And then it's broken down into 40 different categories. For example, bacteria, viruses, what supplements and minerals. So it's so comprehensive. It gives the person, I like people to make an intention because there's so much to focus on with 7,000 things. And then we can focus, and then it will check the frequency of a certain item. And then we can do frequency biofeedback to that area and balance it out and see it. There's so much to it.
Go into the research before you even start it
Yeah.
to really understand even
Yes.
the tips of it.
Yeah, there's so much to it, and the machine has found things on people that pinpoint things that maybe that weren't discovered by other practitioners. And it's not me, it's the machine, and it's the frequency. And most of the sessions I do are distance.
Yes,
You can do them in person, but I've mainly done the practice distance, and the results are phenomenal.
that's
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah.
I've done it with you in person, and I've also done it with you distant. Oh, I'll just run that.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's
Yeah.
like, okay, I don't really even need to know all the details, because there comes to be a time where you trust the process.
Mhm.
You trust that everything is frequency, energy is always in motion. And so you understand that you don't always need to be beside someone or someone touching you physically to have that healing energy moving through you. And this being able to pinpoint what's going on so many levels.
Mhm. Absolutely. And also, like an onion, peeling off the layers of what's going on with someone and seeing through a series of sessions to balance and to have your body to heal itself.
Right.
That
Because that was my next question,
Yeah.
was like, what is the real intention of the biofeedback? Can help the body heal itself,
Yeah.
and you can recommend things that will help.
Yes. And also there's also the emotional. We can look at what in a relationship, what is stressful in your life, in your situation, your relationships, conflicts in your life, and it helps you then to balance also the emotional aspect of it.
Yeah.
And it's very helpful. Yes.
Yes. Thank you. Can you just put year 2026 with it not being a person, and then it just goes whatever? Or is it more specific, like said to a physical person or situation about putting it in the machine?
Oh, your information would be in it. It would be your name, address, your birth date, and your time of birth, and a little bit of history. For example, how many times maybe that you've had serious injuries or toxic exposures, because we also are we can look at a detox and what in your, if you have environmental toxins in your body, if you have personal toxins that you have, maybe you drink too much coffee or you have too much sugar in your diet, that type of thing.
So just looking at the well-being of the person on so many levels.
Oh, it's overwhelming.
Yes. Yeah.
And I've been doing this since 2018, and I'm still surprised at what things are brought up for people. And they said, "Well, I never even told you that." And I said, "Well, I know. I I didn't know that about you." But it comes up, and then you can really look at it. And it also is affirming. when we were first looking at getting at the system, my husband, we had a friend of ours, Tim, who facilitated a session. And my husband had just been diagnosed with cataracts, but we didn't tell Tim that. And when he did the session, and there was no history that was taken for that. And it came up that he was having problems with his vision. And that, to me, that's what said, wow, this is really incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's just move on.
Mm-hmm.
I want to talk about the shamanism in the sessions and your journey. Now, how do you think, because everything's a tool
Yeah.
that we use. We either keep it on the shelf or we pick it up and use it, or we give it a try, or we incorporate it in our lives, whatever it is. But it's all a tool about evolving to be more and to learn more about who we are as a person and what we prefer. Because sometimes I'll use this tool, but a year down the road, I might not use that tool. I'm on to something else.
Yes. Yeah.
So many things that we can use to help for, again, the well-being of who we are. Shamanism 2026. What would I be needing to look for to go, oh, I'll just contact Suzanne and I'll have a session with her around shamanism?
I have to take a big sigh on that.
Not you personally,
No,
but
no,
just
that's right.
shamanism
Yes,
itself.
shamanism
Yeah,
in
yeah,
general.
yeah.
I started doing shamanism over 30 years ago, and it really has helped my own personal growth as well as helping others on their healing path. It's getting more popular now in mainstream. I would say if someone is wanting to really discover and go within to themselves, this would be a tool that I could not only do a session with you, but also that to teach you how to, another tool that you could utilize. I do that quite a bit, is to help people then discover more of yourself.
So with the discussion that we're having around this and these tools, you offer so much. Reiki, distant healing, ionic cleansing, total body detox, the cold laser. Thank you for wanting to offer so many modalities to everybody, because in a time sometimes where we all go through contrast in our life, it's nice to know there's somewhere to turn to find that inner balance that we're looking for. Because contrast, as we've learned along the time, is not, there's nothing wrong with with having some contrast, because it helps you get clearer about what you want, but it's more about the balance of all of those dynamics and all of those modalities.
Yeah.
So how do you look towards 2026? What would you like to see unfold for this coming year?
For myself.
For yourself,
Yeah.
for the world, for just in general, or I'll start,
Mhm.
is to be more intentional. Whether it's setting the intention to be more intentional about what I do, what I say, where I spend my time, my space, what I listen to, what I read, all that stuff, and offering those resources to other people as well, so they can go, I'll pick this up or I won't. I don't agree with you, but then I go, great, you don't agree with me. What do you want as balance around a certain subject? We always say the words agree or disagree. It's all okay either way, because that's the thing. It's just bringing points of attention to certain subjects that are the core subjects in your life, and then you deciding what really can work for you. It's really time more than ever, I think, to be intentional about what you are doing in your life. So, Dr. Suzanne, I call you Soul
Yes.
Sister Suzanne.
Yeah. Yes. We're soul sisters. Thank you. Yeah.
2026. How do you want it to
Oh,
unfold? What message do you have to our listeners?
yes. What was coming to my mind was kindness. And I believe that we need to be more kind to ourselves. and being kind to ourselves, then obviously be kind to others, but really looking within yourself to be gentle on yourself and really go within deep to discover the deep meaning of what makes you happy. And part of that process is being kind. And that word just keeps coming up for me. And yeah.
Yeah, and you've always been thank you, that you've always been a very kind-souled person. So, of course, teaching kindness with all these other modalities
Yeah.
that are part of your life anyway, but it's just that everyday thing, right?
Yes. Every day
Yeah.
being kind to yourself. And we can do all these, the great modalities. There's so many alternatives out there. But looking within yourself to what speaks to you, and you can do this with lots of different modalities. And that's why I like to facilitate very many different things, because not one thing fits all. And yeah.
Hey, but don't we say that here?
Yeah.
There's no one size fits all path.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So and a lot of times there's a combination that I do. Oh, I'll do a little bit of this and a little bit of that, and they one-stop shopping.
Yeah. It's interesting. Thank you for that, to bring that point up, because it's like, you can have degrees, or you can have modality certificates, or you can have doctorates or something, but once you learn something new, especially in the healing field, or maybe even in the educational field, you can't unlearn it. So it's like it's part of you. So whatever you're sharing of who you are, and whether it's a service, or whether it's a conversation or whatever, that's all part of you. You're right. Different aspects always show up and come out. And we have to trust that whatever's said, that we're guided, whether someone's agreeing or disagreeing, that's helping clarity. The end goal is clarity, not about who's right or wrong, or who's good or bad, or you should or shouldn't, because that's what I always say, should be out of the,
Yes.
you should be this or should be, no, get that other dictionary.
Yeah.
However, it's all about what are you trying to get for? What is the why behind it? Like, what is your intention? What is the clarity that you want? What is the balance you want around anything?
Yes.
And so if you're feeling out of ease, aren't you looking for balance? You're looking for ease.
Yes.
You're looking for relief.
Yes.
Yeah. What else would you like to say? Give them your website again. Share anything that you would like to share.
My website is butterflyjourneyshealth.com. I'm open to helping you process anything that you need to work through in your life to make your life easier and better and intentional.
And I recommend Dr. Suzanne.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Even if the information that she shared makes you go and research these different things, and that's great, because then now you'll have a point to go, oh yeah, I understand this now. Oh, this could be something that I go towards. Like I said, Dr. Suzanne is such a kind soul. So if you want to reach out to her as well, I'm sure she'd be happy to.
Love it.
Yeah,
Love it.
love it. Everyone have a great 2026.
Yes. Blessings.
Blessings it is. The resources that will you use, I'm sure, will be some of the things that Dr. Suzanne has already talked about with some of her services. What now? We challenge you to take action, share this episode with someone that might need it, or explore our past recordings to keep the conversation alive. Your dynamic journey doesn't stop here. There's so much more waiting for you. We invite you to follow, subscribe, share, support, shift, and visit DAYnamicsShow.info or DynamicSeries.com to go into the different resources. So keep in mind, all materials are copyrighted and for informational purposes. And Dr. Suzanne, thank you for being here, taking the time to start our year off right.
Thank you for having me. What a blessing.
Yes. Thank you, everyone, for listening at our first 2026 discussion. Yay.
Yay!
Align with your dynamic well-being every day and make it a dynamic day. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye for
Bye.
now.